Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Allow me, Honorable Speaker, to reply to the County Government Additional Allocations Bill, National Assembly Bill number 2 of 2025. And first, to begin by thanking all the members who contributed to the debate on this bill. Honorable Speaker, as I said in moving, and as many members did observe during debate on this bill, this is a second attempt on the Additional County Allocations Bill after the failed attempt to pass this legislation in the last session of 2024. Honorable Speaker, as many members did allude to, the RMLF funds that were in the bill are not in this published bill. Honorable Speaker, for very good reasons, and that's why we are pleading on the Senate and the Council of Governors to see the logic in allowing this bill to progress as it is, so that our county governments are able to access the tens of billions of additional money that is going to our county governments and to offer services, especially in critical areas like water and sanitation, healthcare, and even to an extent in urban development, especially in the area of sewerage and road infrastructure. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, mine is just to improve on them. I have seen attempts already to try and water down this bill by having another one published in the Senate, Honorable Speaker. But I would really urge them, since this is a money bill, to allow this one to progress into the Senate and allow governors to access money that will help our constituents and the area ward representatives. Honorable Speaker, I was shocked yesterday, or the day before, I was watching a clip on social media where an MCA, I think from Honorable Mburu Kahangara's constituency in Lari, is shedding tears in front of the governor, pleading for resources to be allocated to her ward to at least maintain roads that are impassable. And she was shedding tears, pleading with the governor that they cannot even transport bodies when there's a funeral in the ward because of the state of roads. And this is the dire state of roads, not in Kiambu County, but across the country. And I know a few governors may want the world to believe. And in fact, I was told the governor of Kiambu was alleging that it's the National Assembly that is holding 10 billion shillings for road maintenance, which is very far from the truth. It is the Council of Governors, through the case that is bound to be determined tomorrow on the 12th of March, that has held to 10 billion shillings that should be helping the Kenya Rural Roads Authority to rehabilitate roads. And KERA does also assist governors when they maintain some of the roads in the rural areas, some of which may definitely be the burden of those governors to maintain them. But because KERA is there, it helps. And I know the other notion, Honorable Speaker, that they have attempted to drive is that these funds are going to members of parliament. Again, far from the truth. Members of parliament do not manage any of these funds. They go to the regional offices of KERA and KURA, and that is where they manage the resources. That is where they do the procurement from. And it is KERA and KURA engineers who superintend over the construction and maintenance of those roads in our constituencies, in wards, and of course in counties, Honorable Speaker. Therefore, even as we sympathize with these MCAs who have had to shed tears on behalf of the people they represent, we must plead with the Council of Governors to allow the nation to move forward on this matter of additional county allocations. Honorable Speaker, many urban areas, and I have seen a number of adverts done by KURA in maintenance of roads in Nairobi, but in many urban areas, they were benefiting immensely from KUSIP and KISIP funds. All these funds are in this bill. Many counties are benefiting from healthcare funds, even with the loss of the global funds from USAID and other donors. There is additional money from other donors in grants. Some not even loans, some are grants, but which counties cannot access because this bill has not become an act of parliament. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, I really want to plead with our colleagues in the Senate, when this bill is transmitted to them, to hasten its processing and allow governors to access this money so that they may help our constituents. And with that, I beg to reply.
Take your seat, Honourable Member. Honourable members, I now put the question at order number 10, which is that County Government's Additional Allocations Bill, National Assembly Bill number 2 of 2025, be now read a second time. As many as of that opinion say aye. Aye. Will those of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
A bill for an act of parliament to provide for the additional allocations to county governments for the financial year 2024-2025, the responsibilities of national government and county governments pursuant to such allocation and for connected purposes.
Thank you. Take your seat for a minute. Honourable members, I have been requested by the member for Nambale that I acknowledge the group from his constituency before they came to the public gallery. And this is Young Aspiring Leaders Association from Nambale, Busia. I give you 1 minute to acknowledge their presence.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving the opportunity to welcome the young aspiring leaders from Nambale constituency in this August House. Mr. Speaker, this is a group of young people who have decided to come together with a common goal of aspiring on how to offer leadership in future. As they say, Mr. Speaker, youth are the future leaders and drivers of innovation expected to drive economic growth of a nation. And if they don't move closer to other leaders so that they can learn how leadership is carried out, they may not understand the difficulties and duty that are expected to be performed as a leader. And Mr. Speaker, I wish to commend this particular group of young aspiring leaders because last year in December, they participated in organizing sports activities within Nambale constituency and also encouraged the other youths by advocating against drug use and also did community work. So Mr. Speaker, and fellow members, allow me to welcome them in this particular parliament and encourage them to ensure that they always think creatively and develop solutions that can drive progress in various fields. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, at order number 11, Majority Leader, I'm advised that the schedule to order number 11 is very long and still being prepared. And on that score, if it is agreeable with you, we go to order number 12. And when we are ready with the schedules, then we go back to order number 11. Is that okay? Does that sit well with you, Majority Leader?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, so long as soon as the clerk's table is able to share the schedules. But I was thinking probably they should have just published them on the gadgets and we access them from there.
Can you post them on the...
You just post them on the gadgets.
These are time-bound legislations.
Yes.
So call out order number 11.
Order number 11, motion, consideration of the second supplementary estimates for the financial year 2024-2025.
Chairman Liaison Committee, David Speaker. We're at order number 11.
Apologies, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, I beg to move that this House adopts the report of the Liaison Committee on its consideration of the second supplementary estimates for the financial year 2024-2025, laid on the table of this House on Wednesday, 12th March 2025, and pursuant to the provisions of Article 223 of the Constitution, Section 39 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, and Standing Order 239, that 1, approves the supplementary estimates 2 for the financial year 2024-2025 as indicated in the schedules to the report. And 2, resolves that the schedules form the basis for the introduction of the Supplementary Appropriations Bill 2025. And 3, orders that the Speaker do now leave the chair to facilitate the consideration of the said budget estimates with respect to each vote and program in the Committee of Supply as contemplated under Standing Order 240, which is consideration of supplementary estimates in the Committee of Supply. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Who is seconding? Who is seconding you? Go on record. Give her the mic. Hold on, because
And Honorable Speaker, I call upon Honorable Pukose, who's a member of the committee, to second.
Honorable Speaker, I second.
Honorable Ruku, take your seat. Donya, don't get an accident. Take your seat. Honorable members, I now propose the question at order number 11, which is that this House adopts the report of the Liaison Committee on its consideration of the second supplementary estimates for the financial year 2024-25, laid on the table of the House on Wednesday, 12th March 2025, and pursuant to the provisions of Article 223 of the Constitution, Section 39 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012 and Standing Order 239, 1, approves the supplementary estimates 2 for financial year 2024-25 as indicated in the schedules to the order paper. 2, resolves that the schedules form the basis for the introduction of the Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2025. And 3, orders that the Speaker do now leave the chair to facilitate the consideration of the said budget estimates with respect to each vote and program in the Committee of Supply as contemplated under Standing Order 240, consideration of supplementary estimates in the Committee of Supply.